I'm Alfred Koech. I'm a runner. Basically, my main event is the 800 and 1500 meters. I come from Kenya, a place called Eldoret in the Rift Valley. It's more inland from the city. It's close to 300 kilometers away from the city. It's a bit remote. First of all, when I got here, I used to miss my mates. It's better now because I got a few friends from Australia and the Kenyans here in Perth. I miss the Kenyan food, of course, the milk, the soy milk that we call murshik. Since I'm a middle distance runner, I try to do like in between 60 to 80 kilometers a week. With a current coach, I do training like at least 4 times a week. That we meet with the group together and train together, and as well as 2 more days on my own.
Yeah, Alfred's a very talented, very strong athlete. He's come from Kenya some years ago. Well, the club's UWA Athletics Club, and we're a subgroup of that. So we're 15 to 20 athletes in that age group, between 16 to 25, 26. And we train together 4 times a week. The Kenyans are they're very relaxed runners, but they're also very disciplined athletes as well. It is because they're great athletes, but also they bring a wealth of knowledge about middle distance running, and they become great role models for the other members of the squad. Well, the difference between Kenya and Australia, where these guys are from, is that they're training at altitude. So the air has less oxygen in it, so that's in effect another training environment.
Athletics was in me since I was young. I started running when I was in primary school through to high school, but I wasn't that fancy with it. Like I wasn't so serious with it until when I once represented my skill and when I was in year 10, and I really performed well. My school teacher told me, "Oh, Alfred, you can do better." After my year 12, I went to the camp. I had a good friend, and he took me to the camp and introduced me to a coach who used to take guys to the US to run for the universities there through scholarship. But when they did my time trial, I performed well, but eventually I didn't get a visa. And then after that, I was discouraged, went back home, went back to construction, which was so weird. And I did some construction work, and when I was doing the construction work, an idea came up from the group. I came together with the youths. I registered with the government and I worked with them. And their parents were so much impressed with my performance, as well as I was doing the construction work. I was engaging with the youths in the community. And later on, they came up together and they were like, "Oh, Alfred, what ambition do you got in life?" And I told them I really want to further my studies. Back in Kenya, the community think they still work, and they helped me out. They had a fundraiser. I managed my first school fees to come to Australia, and that's how I came to Australia.
Kenyan athletes generally, internationally, will run anywhere from 800s right out to the marathon, and they, on the world stage, the leading nation for a number of years. But I've no doubt that if they wanted to, they could also be outstanding 400 runners. They have got great speed as well as great endurance. I'd be more than keen to have more Kenyan runners join our group. I think it builds the strength of our group. There's a camaraderie that happens when you get enough people running together, and it improves the standard, and it makes the sessions easier to get through. So it's motivating having other people with you.
Here in Perth, we got about more than 2,000 students and people working from Kenya. I've seen myself as a role model, not only to the Kenyan community here in Australia, Perth, but also back in my community in Kenya, because all the youths around my area and in my village are looking up to me like they want to be Alfred. That's why I keep going, because I really want to influence 2 or 3 people as well to change their lives. Through the organization that I run as well back home, it's called Lands Foundation. I'm the co-founder of it. When I came to Perth as well, I got an opportunity to be the captain to the University of Edith Cowan, which is a very rare opportunity actually to be to be in a place for a very short time of period, and you've given the mantle. In my athletics career, I'm really wishing, even there's the Commonwealth Games that is coming to Australia in 2018. If I get a chance, even representing Australia through sports, I'm really looking into it. I'll appreciate if I get a chance. If If not, I'll still try my best even to go back to Kenyan, run through the trials and come back run here as well. But yeah, I really wish to represent Australia in that in the Commonwealth Games because I've been here. I've been training with the best of the best athletes here in Perth, and I'm used to the climate here. So yeah, I wish to.